Hi everyone, Happy New Year. Welcome to 2026. I wanted to share some news about an exciting offering that I'm doing to start out this year, which is my Genuine Gifts Collective. And I created this collective because I have a lot of people coming to me asking me, how can I build upon my intuition more? What tools would you suggest or recommend? What things would you suggest I research or look into? So I decided to combine it all into one space that we can go through together as a container over these next 8 weeks. So the idea behind the Gifts Collective is this idea that we all have spiritual gifts. Me personally, when I receive information from the universe, the way I receive it is I physically feel it. So when I'm connected to someone's body in a session, if they have a headache, I get a headache for an hour. If they have a stomach ache, I get a stomach ache. And I know that I'm making them feel better because I'm feeling better as I'm releasing things throughout the session. But that may not be the way the universe communicates with you. I personally am usually not a person who the universe communicates to with visuals. So when people say they see things or see auras, that's not my gift, but that's other people's gifts. And the cool thing is when I'm connected to someone in a session, I actually get to like try on their gift for about an hour. So some people, when I'm releasing things in sessions, we're really like seeing things together and they receive through vision or visuals. Some people are more just knowing, they just know things deep in their bones. Some people are hearing, so they can actually hear things and voices and what they should do or promptings. Some people even have the gift of smell. This is an interesting one. I was doing a session on someone a while back and her father had just passed. And at the end of the session, I was checking what she needed for processing. And I was like, I don't know what this is, but I just keep smelling like vanilla and musk and cedar. And she just immediately started crying and she's like, oh my gosh, that's my dad's cologne. So just really, really cool things. But the universe might communicate to you different than you expect. So if you're someone where you're like, I don't know what my intuition sounds like or looks like, this collective is designed for you. So you can get specific on how the universe communicates with you so you can communicate back to it. And over these next 8 weeks, we'll really be learning how to trust ourselves and our bodies again and learn what is intuition, what is anxiety. So what's the structure of this is 8 weekly group workshops via Zoom. They'll be happening on Sundays at 10 a.m. Pacific time, although they will be recorded if you're, for whatever reason, unable to join us live. It's still great if you can come live because you'll get live feedback and be able to ask questions and all of that. And the first week it starts is Sunday, January 11th. So be sure to sign up before then. So in addition to the 8 weekly group workshops on Sundays, you'll also be receiving your own personal tarot or oracle card deck that I select just for you based off of you and your energy and whatever your body is calling for. So I'm really excited to gift those. You will also receive a one-on-one energy healing session with me to help clear the noise and really get you into your clearest, truest, most intuitive, magical self. We'll be doing a community cacao ceremony during one of the weekly workshops. So that's going to be exciting. If you've never experienced the magic of cacao before, that's a great way to do it. The last week, I'll also be doing a collective Akashic Records reading for everyone. So that will be really fun. And then each week, along with the workshops, I'll also be giving you weekly activities to do that are designed to help you harness your spiritual superpowers and really put what we're learning into practice. Because this isn't just about absorbing information. It's also about testing it out, trying it out. And this package is really for you if you want to better understand what your intuitive gifts are, receive like clear signals from the universe. You can act with confidence, understand what truth feels like in your body, learn how to ask for signs and receive answers, and release any shame or shadow around embodying your gifts. Also learn how to psychically protect and ground yourself. This is really important when you're doing any sort of intuitive or spiritual or channeling work. And also, if you want to just step into your spiritual superpower, this collective is really for you. And I really wanted to come into this with this goal of creating a coven, like a coven of confidence. You know, it's one thing to practice your gifts in silence, but it's another thing to be able to express them or show them in front of other people. So I wanted to create a safe space where we can embody our gifts together with each other and cheer each other on and learn from each other and expand and grow. So that's what this collective is really amplifying over just doing this on your own. And you might receive more validation for your gifts from other people as well. And this coven, I wanted to keep it relatively small, you know, so that we're still able to have that personal touch. So it's limited to a maximum of 13 people. And I believe we currently have 10 spots left. So now's your chance to sign up if you're feeling called. And some of the tools that we're going to be going over in this collective are things like how to uniquely ground your energy. For example, me, like standing on the earth doesn't always work to ground yourself because maybe earth is not your element. For me, I am really a water person. Water speaks to me so much, it always has. So for me, it's so much more grounding to take a bath or put my feet in the ocean or a running river or wash my hands than it is to just go stand outside. You know, and maybe you're a person that resonates with air. And so like you really need a window open and fresh air or using your breath. So we'll be exploring the different elements and seeing which one you resonate with most to help ground yourself. And it might be the first time you've ever like experienced physically being grounded because of it. We'll also be covering how to ask the universe for signs and like turn up your intuition and work with the universe more, co-create with it, step into your power instead of putting the universe on a pedestal above you. We'll also be covering the witch wound. I couldn't lead this collective without it because there's so much shame and shadow around embodying our magic. So we're going to be diving into that and unpacking it so we can release it and step through with confidence. And some of the things holding us back might even be ancestral. So that's really something we're going to be covering. We'll be covering a bit of tarot or oracle cards. So again, I'll give you your own deck to work with, and we'll be going over spreads to help you get to know your card deck more, and also how to read intuitively and go off book. We'll be covering some herbs that you can use, some herbal allies you can use to help enhance your intuition through this process. And cacao, you'll also be experiencing a cacao ceremony, which is my personal herbal ally that I really resonate with. And we'll be covering angel numbers. We'll be covering the Akashic records, how to open your own. And we'll also be covering intuitively partnering with AI. And how do you do that? Are you a chat GPT person? Is it good to use for spiritual stuff? What are my tips and tricks for that? So again, the package starts January 11th, so be sure to sign up before then. All the details are below. Of course, if you have any questions, feel free to comment below, DM me, email me, anything. But I'm really excited for the people who are called to participate in this. And if you're feeling the call, if you're feeling stirring in your body, if you've watched this video all the way to the end, it's probably a sign from the universe that like, hey, this is meant for you. So I'm so excited to work with you. I think this is the best way to start off our year, and it's really going to give us such a beautiful spiritual toolkit to work with through the rest of our year and whatever lies ahead. So I'm excited to see you soon and sending you many blessings for the new year.